This episode of KSTV is brought to you by Gem Creative, custom designs, printing, web designs, SEO, and more.
We are here. It's taping day for Kevin and
Ron.
Hi, welcome to our shindig, our party, whatever you want to.
The thing we do.
The thing, yeah, that thing
For
we
love,
do.
yeah, because we just love doing it. Yeah.
You know, I bet you this would go good with the tourists who come to town.
Ooh, yeah.
I'll bet you.
They'll just. In fact, this could be one of the greatest tourist advertisements that there is in the world.
Well, we'll have to make use of that.
Yeah,
then.
exactly.
We'll be all over Facebook and Twitter.
Yeah,
Next thing we'll be
yeah.
signing autographs. We'll be on Oprah.
Yeah, we'll be visiting
cool.
with Elon again.
Wow.
But, I've heard that Elon had a little problem with the little announcement he made the other day, but that's off to the side.
Kind of off base.
That's back.
We'll get to
back.
him in another episode.
Yeah, me and Elon,
Yeah.
We're like this, yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
and being in a small town, a segue. We were talking tourism is such an
Yes.
integral part of a summer season in a small town. And here in Kindersley, it's no exception. Last year, I believe we had just over 2,000 visitors sign in at the museum.
Actually sign in.
Yeah,
Wow,
you betcha.
That's a good number.
That's huge.
Yeah.
And people drive by going either east or west, obviously, and they see the information. Good, I got to stop there. And they do, and they make use of the because our tourism booth is out at the museum.
Yeah.
There's picnic tables. They
Great
can sit
place.
out there and have their meal. They can look around. They can do whatever they want.
I really like the way the things are set up there, where I can come to town.
Yes.
I get all this information. I can go out and actually feel and see, the old Clarion, the church. It's
So much
the
to see out
museums.
there.
Yeah,
there is.
really
It's kind of neat. And one thing I've noticed, though, as I've been out there at my office, is that other provinces used to send a lot of tourist guides to be sent out. However, that is waning because of everything's online.
Yeah, definitely.
So if you got to punch something onto your computer in your vehicle, your GPS or whatever, it'll take you there.
Yeah.
But I still think the actual hard copy is nicer.
Now I'm going to segue into a whole other thing that I've been
Okay.
doing. I've been packing up a library for a college lately.
Ah, yes.
15 to 17,000 volumes.
Ooh.
You gotta love the paper. It's great, except for, the digital stuff is coming on, and that could be another episode and 25 episodes about digital.
Right.
But but the brochures are no longer there.
Not as
you
much,
can find
no.
stuff online. It seems to me, what is the best way for a town like Kindersley to attract tourists? And I asked this of the guy who's working with Chamber of Commerce and tourist
Well,
information.
we are doing our best to attract businesses and people to come here. It's a tough sell right now because every other town and city is doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So we're all in the same boat trying to get the same people in some ways. And it's a really tough sell. But I mean, we're getting people here and there, just not as many as we'd like.
Yes, yeah.
But there still is a lot to do here. And a lot of the tourists I know that come through here, they do actually come into town. They don't just grab a map or whatever and use the bathroom and go.
Yeah.
Some of them are staying, which is good.
And yes, I was going to go into the whole thing of this afternoon.
Okay.
When of this taping, I was called to come visit with someone who had just come to town and says, I want to find out where so-and-so, where the homestead was and all this sort of stuff. And just because I have some background, it was great. So this person, tourist, just coming through saying, wow, I'd like to know something about Kindersley.
Cool. That
Yeah.
doesn't happen too often, but or maybe it happens more than we know.
Well, yeah, maybe it does. Maybe we just don't know all that. But hey, if you want to come to a place, by the way, just a little ad, Kindersley, Saskatchewan, best town in Saskatchewan of the same size. Yes, it's a marvelous place.
Well, we're actually the biggest town in west central Saskatchewan.
I guess we are. Aren't
We are, and we're
Yeah.
2 hours to Saskatoon,
Yeah.
4 hours to Calgary.
Yeah. 4 hours to Regina.
Exactly.
Prince Albert, 4 hours. I mean, I could go on and on because I've traveled most of those roads.
Yeah.
But
We're only 30 minutes to Kerrobert, though, which is good.
well, that is very good. Yeah.
So if you're a tourist, come on down. We're here.
Right. It's not far off the road.
No, stop in and see us at the Kindersley Museum right on Highway 7.
Yep.
In the news, it's wildfire season. While we all love the hot summer weather, it can often bring wildfires. Canada in particular experiences approximately 7,500 wildfires annually, burning over 2.5 million hectares of forest. an area roughly half the size of Nova Scotia. The Canadian Space Agency predicts that this number will double by 2050. Recognizing the need for assistance, Senseo Tech, a crop monitoring and fire risk assessment company, has developed a unique solution with the help of AI sensors. These sensors are placed in fire risk areas and monitor 14 different variables, including temperature and humidity. By taking readings every minute, the sensors send alerts when any of the variables reach dangerous levels, enabling prompt action. Senseo Tech's approach is a departure from the historical data and satellites, as the AI data tends to be more current and precise. And the Stars Dream Home Lottery time. Stars in Saskatchewan has launched a Dream Home Lottery to support their operations, delivering critical and urgent care in Saskatchewan. Ticket buyers have the potential to win one of the show homes in Regina or Saskatoon. They also have the chance to win cash prizes, vacations, and vehicles. Although the provincial government funds 50% of the Stars lottery, the money raised is used to keep the air ambulance service running. From now until July 27th, buyers can get a ticket for $60 each when available on the Stars website. Hey golf enthusiasts, get ready to swing into action on August 26th as the Kindersley Chamber of Commerce has just revealed the exciting details of its highly anticipated 2023 Chamber Golf Tournament. This year's tournament will take place on August 26th, and the action will kick off with a shotgun start at 11 a.m., ensuring a synchronized and thrilling beginning for all participants. And now let's talk about the prizes. The Chamber is pulling out all the stops to make this event unforgettable. Numerous prizes will be up for grabs, including a special booze basket for the putting contest winners. The entry fee is $4.25 per team, and remember, early registration is highly recommended to avoid missing out on this fantastic opportunity. If you have any questions or need further information about the tournament, don't hesitate to reach out to the Kindersley Chamber of Commerce.
Welcome. This is the Kevin and Ron show.
Absolutely.
And there's nothing wrong with this show. We're going to let Kevin.
There's everything wrong with this show.
Yeah, okay. Well,
Sorry.
we'll leave it at that. That's enough of a segue. We want to talk today about running after cheese. Can you imagine that? Going down a hill. Okay, you haven't seen the show.
No, I'm thinking of a box of Kraft Dinner cheese trying to go down the hill.
Yeah, that would be
That's
a little.
obviously not it.
No, you squared out on that one.
I would.
So, but this is actually they get a head of cheese. This is over in the UK, over the sea.
Over there. Okay.
They get this thing and they start it down the hill. I mean, it's around. What do we call it?
A wheel of cheese.
A wheel of cheese sounds good. And they start it down this hill, and it gets going up to 70 miles per hour. Now, if you put that into kilometers, that's pretty fast, right? So
about 130, I think.
Yeah, and then they send people chasing after that cheese.
Are they crazy?
Yeah, they are a little.
Okay.
Well, according to what I see or understand. Now.
Okay.
Yeah. The best part of it, anybody from all over the world can come and partake in the cheese rolling contest.
And what do they win? And don't tell me
we don't care.
Don't tell me a wheel of cheese. I don't want to hear that.
No. We don't care what we win. The whole thing is, can you make it down the hill without killing yourself?
Ah, I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. I understand 1 year. Okay, and this is apocryphal, by the way, which means it may be true or not. But 1 year they had 33 injuries on the way down the hill.
Well, I guess that would also depend maybe on the steepness of the hill.
Well, it's steep enough that the winner this year, as I understand it, again, this may not be, this is pretty close to apocryphal, but pretty close to true. So the winner is from British Columbia, a young lady who is 19 years old, just plummeted down the hill. And I mean, that's the only way to get down this hill, as I understand it, is you plummet. But she did have a slight injury at the bottom of the hill. And I understand maybe a little bit of conk on the head or something as she fell over, or whatever. My understanding is her mother is, you can come back next year and compete again. And they've had those kind of winners.
Okay.
Her mother is suggesting she doesn't go back next year.
Well, not unless she wears rollerblades and a helmet and elbow pads and everything, like a roller derby kind of person.
Could you see that? I could see, let's go. Yeah, wouldn't that be great?
If they're chasing cheese at this point, nothing would surprise me. I'm sorry. I will chase many things, but I will not chase cheese.
Okay, well, we're not going to chase this cheesy. Ooh, that's good. This was a cheesy story. Oh, that was bad. We're not going to chase this cheesy story anymore. Thank you.
Oh, fromage.
Events sponsored by Royal Flush, the company for septic services.
And in local events, Minor Hockey AGM. Kindersley Minor Hockey is holding their AGM on Monday, June 12th at 7 p.m. The meeting will take place at the West Central Event Center on the Co-op Ice Service. There are many board positions open, such as secretary, female coordinator, and president. The positions will be filled at the AGM, so please consider volunteering. Attendance is required to qualify for the 2023-24 registration discount. Hey, your favorite band Nickelback is set to make a stop in Saskatchewan. Music fans, Nickelback's Get Rollin' Tour will stop at the SaskTel Centre in Saskatoon with special guests Brantley Gilbert and Josh Ross on June 22nd, 2023. Nickelback is one of the most important acts of the past 2 decades, with award-winning hits including How You Remind Me and Photograph. Get Rollin' is their first album release in 5 years and debuted at number 2 across the current rock, alternative, hard music, and digital album charts. Tickets are on sale now. And coming up, the Sask Power Windscape Kite Festival. Go check out the Windscape Kite Festival, happening June 24th and 25th in Swift Current. Free for the whole family, the annual Sask Power Windscape Kite Festival celebrates the tethered aircraft, which are said to have first flown over 2,500 years ago. The festival draws thousands of visitors from across Saskatchewan to witness the 30 national and international professional kite flyer demonstrations and stunts during the 2-day event. Further details can be found at windscapekitefestival.ca. See you there. Hello, welcome. I am Kevin, and
I'm Ron.
And we are here for your viewing pleasure.
We hope, yes, for your viewing pleasure.
Exactly.
If not, leave a comment. We tend to disagree or
agree.
don't bother.
Or don't bother.
Yeah, don't bother. Yeah.
We'll get to you eventually.
Yeah, it's all right.
Hey, today's subject, Ron, I want to ask you, do you have a pet?
You know, at one point, no, I don't.
You don't? Okay.
No, allergies in the family, all that sort of stuff.
Okay.
But at one point, to let you know, our family had a pet. This was living in Toronto, Ontario. So believe it or not, Willowdale, Toronto, Ontario, we had a pet. It was a raccoon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, wildlife. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did that go over?
Oh, the raccoon went over and over. I mean, have you ever watched raccoons?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, like they just go over and then they come back again. They go over again. And they just have a great time. The story is that this raccoon was found in the vicinity of a farm that my uncle owned. Okay. And was in bad shape and needed love and tender love and care.
Right.
And he didn't want to keep it. For the love of money, it was probably not, and for whatever reason, who knows? Well, I know, because anybody who's played with raccoons knows they're a pain. Oh, did I say that?
You did, and I never heard a thing.
I never heard that either. But our pet raccoon stayed with us for a while till it was nursed back and then taken back to the farm and let go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a very humane story.
It was.
Well, and did you ever follow it up after that to see?
I'm just not a raccoon hunter. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. But as of my understanding is sometime in May of this year, a lady brought a raccoon in to a pet store because it wanted to get the nails trimmed, right? I would get nails trimmed on raccoons for sure, no question about it. And the store itself, the people and the owners say, we've come a long ways since I had a pet raccoon. We now understand that raccoons tend to carry rabies.
Yes, I have heard that.
Yes, very much so. And you can do a rabies test, but it's not a good test on animals because basically when you're done, they end up dying because they get euthanized. We don't want to talk about this test.
No, you can't just give them draw some blood and test
I guess not. There's something that goes on there. I'm not sure all that goes on with this poor raccoon. So that what they found out was, I mean, this is in the United States, of course, that this happened because all good stories come from other places. And so the poor raccoon is dead,
Okay.
and the lady has been informed that it's illegal to have wildlife, i.e. raccoons, period.
So she faces some punishment?
Well, they have to find her first.
I see.
She didn't give her name. It's
Oh,
probably a wise thing on her part.
Yes.
But where in Canada is it legal to have raccoons, wild animal, as pets?
I should probably Google that for next
You
time.
could Google that.
Yeah.
And if you Googled it, you would find out that it is illegal in Canada to have a raccoon as a pet.
Well, thank you, Mr. Google.
Well, thank you.
That was
yes, I was,
easy.
and even better than that, how many people have died from rabies from raccoons? Let's be.
That I don't
since-
know. Was that in the
That,
article?
that also was
Okay.
somewhere in this, somewhere.
Okay, yeah.
I found it on the internet, so it must be true.
Of course.
That how many people have died from rabies since 1924?
6?
You're pretty close.
Wow.
Let's go higher.
Okay.
We go up.
10.
Okay, let's go even higher.
Real? Oh,
Come
10.
on.
15?
Oh no, higher.
100?
25 since 1924.
Wow.
Yeah, and my math head is immediately going to the question of, that's 100 years ago. 25 people died. So
Right.
once every 4 years, somebody's going to die from rabies from a raccoon. So this story is relevant to us today. Is this the 4th year? Let's find out.
This sounds like a Stephen King novel. Interesting. Okay.
Yes.
Wow. Well, I remember as a kid having a hat with a raccoon tail.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if that raccoon had rabies or not, but
I don't know. Okay, I'm just checking to make sure. Thank you. This has
Yes.
been an issue you wanted to deal with forever.
wildlife and more.
Yes.
Sports, sponsored by the Tint Doctor. We've got you covered.
And in local sports, Flatlander Speedway announces their 2023 season opener. Race enthusiasts, get ready. Flatlander Speedway has announced a season opener set to take place June 10th at 2 p.m. In addition to the regular lineup of hobby and street stocks, trucks, and mini sprints, an all-new Legends Dirt Series has been announced. Gutsy, feisty, and able to tear around the track, these new cars will add an exciting level to the already amazing lineup. If you are interested in racing, contact Jason Hankiewicz at 306-430-1359. Admission is $10 and free for kids 12 and under who are accompanied by an adult. Beer gardens and Lori's Rolling Kitchen will be on site. And the Kindersley Clippers 30th year anniversary jersey auction. Here's your chance to celebrate 30 years of the Clippers by grabbing a piece of Kindersley Sports memorabilia. Bid on our special edition game-worn 30th anniversary jerseys. These are made to celebrate the Clippers' 30 years in the SJHL and feature a special edition Clippers logo on the front and the shoulders. Bidding is now live until June 17th at midnight. View the auction and bid at 32auctions.com/Clippers jersey sale. And the Saskatchewan Roughriders home opener on June 16th will see the Saskatchewan Roughriders take on the visiting Winnipeg Blue Bombers in the 2023 CFL home opener. There will be plenty of on and off the field entertainment as the theme is Dad's Night Out. The first 5,000 dads through the gate will get a free rider cap, and there will be a dad-themed activities and entertainment all day. Kim Mitchell will also perform at halftime. Game time is 7 p.m. The PBR Regina Classic Rodeo fans, it's coming to Regina and it's happening. The 2023 Canada Cup Series showcase Canada's top cowboys and some of the top PBR international athletes as they battle the bucking Broncos and bucking Bulls. It's man versus beast wrapped up in glitz and glamour that only the PBR can provide. The event will be held at Brant Centre, Regina on June 22nd. Ticket details at pbrcanada.com. And the Kindersley Junior Clippers are having a Farmer Appreciation Night. The Kindersley Junior Clippers are proud to present Farmer Appreciation Night at the West Central Event Center. The event will take place on June 17th, and the fun starts with cocktails at 5:30 and a catered dinner at 6:30, followed by comedian Sean Lacomber. Get your tickets by contacting Clippers Marketing at 306-430-8011 or email clippersmarketing@gmail.com.
Welcome. This is the
Kevin,
and Ron
Show. Well, is it really a show, or we just kind
are we
of?
going to show this? Like, it goes on video. I understand that
does.
you can actually watch us.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on your mobile device, on your home computer.
So even if we smile, it's not going to wreck your phone. or computer.
That's very true. May crack you up, but hey, it's not bad. Ooh, yeah, that was really good. So today I want to invite us into talking about stay interviews.
Yes, that's an interesting subject, actually.
Yeah.
I think the pandemic has shifted a lot of people's attitudes about their positions, and a lot of people have begun working from home because of that. And I think a lot are resistant to wanting to go back to the office. I understand that too. You get used to a certain lifestyle. But what's happening, from what I've been able to find out, is a lot of employers are dealing or talking with their staff more regularly and asking them, how can we help you do your job better? What can we do? And they're getting some interesting feedback. You know, it may not always be a raise. They may just want maybe an extra afternoon off for a self-love day. I want to go for a walk, or I want to go to the pool, you know. They may want to say, you know what, I got to have this day coming up off for childcare or something. So they're not really negotiating money, they're negotiating little other benefits.
So when I think of this, I think back to employment that I've seen over 40, 50 years. The good employers were always ones that were talking to their employees, asking them what's going on, how are things going. But they seem to work within this very restrictive 9 to 5. This is it. You're here. That's it. But what can we make it? You know, how can we make the 9 to 5 work well? Are you saying that there's a little different approach to that now?
Well, I think so. I mean, a lot of people, if they have young kids at home, they may not have the daycare or childcare they used to have. In which case, they've got to be stay-at-home parents, or one of them anyway. And if having a flexible schedule like that helps, why not? Otherwise, they may tend to go look elsewhere.
Well, which is a big question, and a big thing that I'm sort of hearing is that people, particularly younger people, and are saying, look, I can make my choices. I'm going to go where I want to go, when I want to go. It's my choice.
Yes. And to some degree, yes, that's true, depending on the job you're doing. If you're going to be bagging groceries at your local grocery store, well, you can't do that from home.
That's a very, very good point.
So you're going to have to show up to the store for your shift. Now, if you're doing IT or something else, that's a little different. That can be done almost anywhere. So employers are starting to tune into the fact that, well, we don't want to lose any more people. How can we help them make their job better?
Or on the other side, how do we get the people? And the question of stealing, if you want to call it stealing. Poaching, sorry. Whatever word we want to use for it. How has that changed?
I think it's still going on. It's a little more visible in smaller towns, unfortunately, like ours.
Well, you know that so-and-so was serving you groceries last week, and now they're
not there anymore. Where are they? Well, they're across the street doing whatever. Well, why? Don't know.
We don't know.
But it is a terrible. Well, not terrible. It is a terrible thing, but it's really tough on the business, because where the business you just left now has to try to find someone to fill that position.
Exactly.
And if there's not anybody in the works to come up or be promoted or whatever, they're behind the 8 ball even more.
So where does that leave us? You deal with business in Kindersley. Is that affecting us?
It is, and some of the employers can do is just kind of wait it out. What else can? I mean, they are trying actively to recruit. Yes, some people will work out, some people won't. Whether we stay for this interview is another example too. We could be replaced. We could go across the street.
But should we be talking? And I'm thinking, we should be talking to our employer and saying, like, why would I want to stay with you?
Exactly.
Yes.
What other benefits could we get?
I never even thought of that.
We could be on the beach in Panama and still doing this show.
You may not see us next week, but you may in the midst of. So I think that's good ideas.
I'll put that.
I'll put that in my stay interview.
Okay, and I'll put that in writing too. We'll sign it and send it in.
Okay.
signed anonymously.
Yeah, definitely, yes, and we're gonna wrap this thing up
I
because
think we
our
better.
employer is listening. We know.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
See you next time.
Yep.
How would you feel about having $1,000 extra in your pocket? Well, all you have to do is head over to the Kindersley Social Facebook page and give them a like or follow. It's that easy. That's right, all you have to do is to go to our Kindersley Social Facebook page and hit like or follow at the top of the page to enter. The lucky winner will be randomly selected from our followers list in September. So don't wait any longer. Join our page now and enter our amazing competition.
Hi everyone, be sure to grab a free copy of our bi-weekly print issue in over 50 locations across Kindersley. Also included in our magazine is the free Kindersley Social Extra, where we publish things like community events for nonprofits and obituaries for free. If you would like to be featured in our magazine or have something advertised, please email hello@kindersleysocial.ca.